David Knight from Infowars.com. We're going to give you an update on this shooting in Fort Lauderdale because as we're reporting, as we were live on the radio, what was known and being discussed at the time by law enforcement, they had given us the name of an individual. They'd investigated his background. We'd had a senator that had talked about this as well, but now we have something that's developing from Air Canada. As you can see down here, they confirmed that they have no record of a passenger by the name Esteban Santiago, that was the name that was given to us by law enforcement. And of course, they went into more detail. Now we have a little bit more detail about Esteban Santiago's background. They're saying that back in 2011, 2012, 5-6 years ago, he was investigated by Homeland Security for child porn. More interestingly, he walked into this last November 2016, he went into an FBI office in Anchorage, Alaska, claimed that he was being forced to fight for ISIS, and they checked him into a psychiatric hospital. Why is he out now? Why did they tell us that he flew on Air Canada to Fort Lauderdale, that he had checked in a gun and took it out of his baggage at baggage claim and started to shoot people? Now Air Canada is saying none of that is true. They're saying, no, he didn't take us from Canada to Fort Lauderdale. We had no passenger by that name. Nobody checked in any guns by that name into any of our flights to Fort Lauderdale. So this is very strange. It's very strange that this guy is saying that he was being forced to fight for ISIS, that he was put under psychiatric evaluation. I mean, is this some kind of MK Ultra thing, or is it some kind of an SSRI issue? Is this a false flag attack? We're now seeing very conflicting information that is coming out from Air Canada that conflicts with what we were told earlier by law enforcement. For Infowars.com, I'm David Knight.
Just been passed on some info from a channel called Truth in regards to this Fort Lauderdale shooting, and we have some timing discrepancies that I'm going to go through. This is very interesting. This could be huge, in fact. I'm just going to go through it and see what you think. Right now it is 6:28 p.m. Miami time. This event supposedly happened about 12:30. So we're talking 5 hours ago, or 6 hours ago maximum, that this event happened. Okay? And I'm just going through CNN and other channels, like I've done a search, Fort Lauderdale International Airport. They're reporting 5 dead. An hour ago, 14 minutes ago from NBC, Sydney Morning Herald, 17 minutes. Can you believe it? Even Wikipedia's got stuff on it already, because they probably knew about this weeks ago, but that's not what I want to get on about. But when I do a search for WSVN Fort Lauderdale, WSVN here is a Miami station. Check what we got here. 10 hours ago, 5 dead, 8 hurt. 10 hours ago, according to the time now, would be 8:20 in the morning. This is 4 hours before the event happened, and WSVN is reporting on it already that was 5 dead and 8 hurt. And the fact that they could say 5 dead, 8 hurt is ridiculous. You cannot have an event and within minutes telling us how many dead and how many were hurt. Within minutes at an airport, those numbers would come well after, even next day, 24 hours later. They will not come. They will not come 4 hours before the event happens. That's for bloody sure. So let's just go here. I got WSV in Fort Lauderdale. There it is again. There's the article here. 10 hours ago they're talking about it. Then you scroll down here. You're going to have. It's all WSVN. But here you got Fox News 42 minutes ago. 42 minutes ago, Fox News, and yet 10 hours ago, which was 8:20 a.m. Sorry, this doesn't. Something's wrong here. No way known they could report this 10 hours ago, and no way known they can have 5 dead, 8 hurt at 8:30 in the morning when the event happened at 12:30 p.m. And I'll just prove that. I'll click on this link here. And what comes up is this Channel 7, 5 dead, 8 hurt after the shooting at Florida airport. There's all these idiots. We look here, the point I want to show you is right at the start, it says the shooting took place in a lower level baggage claim at 12:55 p.m. Okay, 12:55. The subject was in custody 5 minutes later, 1 p.m. So the time is now 6:30 now. That's 5.5 hours ago. 5.5 hours ago, and yet WSVN is reporting this 10 hours ago. And these hours don't lie. They don't lie, I'm sorry. There it is, 9 hours here. The actual article says 10 hours ago. What's going on here? How can WSVN report this 4 hours before the event happened? And like I said, all the reports now, even 42 minutes ago, 5 dead, 8 injured, 5 dead, 8 injured, 5 dead, 8 injured. How the fuck can they tell us 5 dead, 8 injured? Not only 4 hours before the event happened, but even hours after the event. You cannot release numbers of dead so early. You cannot. It has to go through an autopsy, but we see this all the time anyway. But the big one is, folks, like I said, I'm in Australia. I've got my times right here. It's no way known that they can report this on a Miami channel 10 hours ago when it only happened 6 hours ago. So if anyone can help me out on this, thanks to Channel Truth.
Yep. I don't receive your bullcrap. I don't receive your lies. You say whatever you want to say. But I know what I'm seeing here. For him to come down to Florida at such timing, which is in the government's favor. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Where you going with this? Well, today is January 6th. The Joker would have had to have a gun to shoot people, right? Yeah, you had to have a gun. It's called a shooting. I know that. What is this? December 30th, 2016. Gun issues to get quick airing in Florida Senate. What is this? What is SB 140? Senate scheduled January 10th to take up the measure SB 140, which would allow people with concealed weapons licenses to openly carry handguns in public, and also would allow them to be armed on college and university campuses. Under the bill, they also could carry guns at airport passenger terminals, in elementary and secondary schools, and at legislative and local government meetings. January 10th, this is scheduled. Today is January 6th. This article is from December 30th. Why is his timing so good? This is supposed to be a random shooting, but this is not a random occurrence because I've seen something like this happen before. So then I say no. So then I reject the lie. Your stupid fake accounts want to come out. Oh no, this is real. Shut up. I ain't trying to hear that crap. I know better. You can have 200 million people fall for it, but I know better. After Florida shooting, state senator stands by bill allowing guns at the airport. Oh, so what, we supposed to look at him like a bad guy? Had there been more guns at the airport, it might have not happened. Could have been prevented, is what he's saying. But the way it's sent from the Miami Times, we're supposed to look at him like, oh, something wrong with him. He doesn't care. Now, I don't know how they did the shooting. All I know is that this is their shooting. By them, I'm meaning the government. And it's not right. And I hope you are not falling for it.
Now here, take a look at this guy here. He's going to turn it to his right and start laughing his butt off, talking about who knows what, about how I can't believe America's going to buy this. Take a look. Big smile. Look at him. Look at that face. Look at those teeth. Supposedly 5 killed and 8 injured. This guy is laughing his butt off. Okay? Not sure who this is. A cop, security, part of the whole entire fiasco. Again, nothing but a drill. Okay? What's the deal with this? People out there want to rationalize. You people living in Florida, they're going to come on my channel and tell me, oh, this is real. I live in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, you saw nothing. I saw this. I saw this guy laughing his butt off. live on TV, okay? Give me a break. I know that going back a few years to the LAX shooting hoax where supposedly a TSA officer bled to death for 33 minutes. Somehow, someone had a stopwatch and stood over this bleeding TSA officer and timed it down to exactly 33 minutes where he bled to death. Give me a break. Take a listen to Police Chief Ganning and what he says here. He gives it all away, gives it up as nothing more than a live drill.
Fortunately, it involved an officer-involved shooting, but that's what needed to be done in that particular situation, and that was heroic. We practiced to this. Not more than 3 weeks ago, we took every one of our officers, our patrol officers, and a couple of hundred officers from the Los Angeles Police Department, and we practiced the exact scenario that played out today. And I was talking to the officers involved in this particular incident.
Give me a break. You know, same tricks being played over and over on the masses, and they still don't get it. They think they're too smart to be deceived, too smart to be fooled. Think again. You're being conned every day, daily, by your media. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all controlled by those behind the scenes pulling the strings.